Welcome back, and today we have new 2025 LEGO Star Wars leaks, and if you want to win a copy of the UCS Jango Starship, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment your whatnot username down on this video. And a quick update here before we dive into the full summer 2025 reveals and images. We just got confirmation on the 2026 Cad Bane vs Cob Vanth Duel set that I leaked a couple of days ago. The actual Cob Vanth helmet mold has leaked, confirming this is coming. I absolutely did not expect the Book of Boba Fett to be back with LEGO and getting love in 2026, but here we are. Okay, so today we've got a close-up, a brand new detailed look at the new 327th Clone Trooper minifigures coming in the 327th Star Corps Battle Pack. And this close-up reveals a lot. The helmet design features the accurate yellow triangular stripe that we see in Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, plus there's subtle kind of battle damage detailing all over the helmet and the armor. There are two ammo pouch prints on the chest, placed high on the right side, and they're pretty small, but then the legs also feature a printed karma, which, if I'm honest, like with most clones that have this, it is a bit of a miss. Having that printing on the legs detracts from the clean overall aesthetic. But what stands out most about these 327th Clone Troopers are the fully yellow arms. In universe, the 327th clones have a stripe down the center of their arms. So this full yellow arm choice is a little bit debatable. It's actually not the most accurate, but it does probably help these 327th clones really pop in a clone army. And for any fans like me who loved the old style 212th Clone Troopers that had printed orange or yellow arms, this is a nice throwback, and it's cool to see LEGO trying things like that again. And just quickly, before we get into new details about some of the big summer sets, set 75431, the 327th Star Corps Battle Pack, includes 258 pieces and will retail at $45. Now, a very quick pause before we get back into LEGO news, because this has genuinely revolutionized my LEGO studio and my LEGO room in the last couple of days. So I recently upgraded my workspace to a Flexispot E7 Pro standing desk, and genuinely, it's been a game changer. Between building sets, editing videos, and packing hundreds of whatnot orders a week, I'm at my desk a lot, and this one fully adapts around my workflow and makes it seamless and actually quite fun. So the E7 Pro can raise all the way up to 130 centimeters, supports up to 440 pounds of weight, and the dual motor system is really smooth. I use it low down when I'm editing or streaming with multiple screens, and then I can raise it up when I'm sorting clone lots, prepping a whatnot restock, or building mock projects. Also, one of the biggest challenges for me has been posture, and with the E7 Pro, I'm not hunched over a desk for hours anymore. Being able to switch between sitting and standing throughout the day has made a huge difference for my back and spine. It genuinely feels better already, and just to be fully transparent with you guys, I only work with brands that have made a genuine difference to my life. Now, if you're a LEGO collector, a fellow content creator, or you just spend a lot of time at your desk, and you don't want to keep on destroying your spine, then this is 100% worth checking out. But look, if this doesn't convince you, then hit the link down in the description to see the full specs over at Flexispot.com. And don't forget to use my code YTE7P50 at the checkout for £50 off the E7 Pro. So why not celebrate independence from back pain this 4th of July by heading over to Flexispot.com and making the most of their Independence Day deals. But anyways, let's get back into these LEGO leaks, because what makes the 327th Battle Pack quite so exciting is that it's not really a standalone set. It's basically intended to be an add-on to the Separatist MTT set that also releases on August 1st, which is then going to give us the full Episode 3 Felucia battle scene where Jedi Master Aayla Secura meets her end during Order 66. So speaking of the MTT, here's the quick rundown. So 75435, the Clone Wars Separatist MTT, 976 pieces, a retail price of $160, and including 12 minifigures, but 6 of them are B1 battle droids, 3 of them are commando droids, and then we have Aayla Secura and Commander Bly. The vehicle uses a blue and grey colour scheme and should feature a full droid deployment bay. Unfortunately, it does only fit 5 or 6 droids, so it is quite a small deployment feature. But it's slightly larger than the 2014 version, while being a bit smaller than the iconic brown 2007 version. Based on the piece count, it hits a sweet spot between affordability and detail. But let's talk about Commander Bly. LEGO's never done Bly before, and a lot of fans have been waiting over a decade to see him in LEGO form. So if we just step back for a minute, the design of these new 327th Clone Troopers is a noticeable upgrade from previous yellow marked clones. Compared to some of the older style ones, this looks cleaner, more detailed, the helmet printing is more sharp and accurate, the Pauldrons adding some weight and character, and the overall sculpt looks a lot cleaner. And to be honest, this new Pauldron piece is a big deal. If LEGO starts to use plastic molded Pauldrons consistently, we could see a really big shift in how clone commanders are handled going forward. Cloth is clearly on its way out, and honestly, I'm okay with that, especially if we get more of these higher detailed molds. But if you do grab the MTT and the 327th Battle Pack, you can recreate the full Felucia setup, clone betrayal, Jedi ambush, and all. For display collectors, this is a dream opportunity to stage a full Order 66 scene just out of official LEGO sets. But a quick word on value, because at $45 for 4 clone troopers and 3 battle droids and then a walker, the 327th pack really isn't cheap. But for army builders, it's still strong value. Clones alone can go for £7 to £8 each on the aftermarket lately, especially variants like the 212th and Shock Troopers that do have the interesting coloration. And the 327th are a level up even from that. So LEGO's got the printing and mold quality right, but will this set hold value over time is the main question. And I do actually think that this battle pack will hold its value, especially if it's the only time we see the 327th clones released. They would of course be exclusive to this battle pack, and Commander Bly would be locked behind a $150 MTT paywall. And so they would not be the easiest clones to source, especially in the long term. But initially, the market will flood, and I expect these guys to be selling for around £5. No matter what, I'm pretty excited for these 327th clone troopers, and I think they're going to make a fine addition to my clone army. As for the rest of the August 1st summer releases, there is plenty to be hyped about. Jango Fett's Slave 1 in playscale is leading the wave with some pretty decent value, just £60 for 707 pieces, Jango without arm printing, Boba, and a brand new camo llama suit. Then there's the V19 Torrent, and this one's been a sleeper since it was first leaked. But we're also getting the brand new turbo tank featuring Galactic Marines with a fresh helmet mold, plus Commander Bakara and Kai Adi-Mundi. And collectors can look forward to the UCS ATST, a refined 1,500 piece upgrade nearly 2 decades after the original back in 2006. Finally, for Clone Wars fans, we of course have this MTT and the 327th Battle Pack that give us the full Battle of Felucia. And then we've still got the UCS Death Star coming later this year. So buckle up, because the rest of 2025 is stacked. And for those asking about the 2026 LEGO Star Wars leaks that I shared a couple of days ago, once again, the source who shared this with me is incredibly reliable, and it all lines up independently with things that I've heard from other reliable sources. Sets like the Siege of Mandalore Battlepack, a Cad Bane Duel set, and the updated Mauldalorian ATT and Razorcrest are pretty much guaranteed and in the pipeline. We're just waiting on more confirmation, and we should actually see more of these concrete details in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, and just remember that you heard it here first at Jedi Bricks. But before we head out, if you are looking to upgrade your workspace, then take a look at that Flexispot E7 Pro. Check out those full specs over at flexispot.com for a little bit of peace of mind, and don't forget to use my discount code YTE7P50 for £50 or $50 off. So yeah, we've got an updated 327th Clone Trooper, a full Battle on Felucia set when you add in the MTT. There's also Bly and his new plastic molded Pauldron, and Clone Wars content rolling deep into 2025 and hopefully into 2026 too. And a quick reminder for any of my fellow minifigure collectors, my Whatnot store is absolutely packed right now with Grails, Clone Troopers, and if you haven't signed up yet, then hit that Whatnot referral link down in the description and you will get £10 or $15 completely free just for signing up. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and may the Force be with you.